Thank you for tuning into this episode of Walden Wong Art. And today we're doing Inktober video number 8. Before we talk about that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Walden Wong, and I'm a comic book artist for Marvel and DC Comics. You can check out my website, waldenwongart.com. You see a lot of things and all my work that I've done, well, majority of the work that I've done for Marvel and DC, and as well as some other publishers. And also check out my Patreon. My Patreon is patreon.com/WaldenWongArt. All those links are below this video description, so check that out. And some of you have asked, how's those Inktober cards for this Facebook group I'm doing? Before I show you these cards, let me show you the Facebook group. That Facebook group is called NorCal Nerds and Geeks, right over here. Okay, so if those of you who have Facebook, you can sign up for that group and just tell them Walden sent you, and then they'll be happy to have you join. They talk about like pop culture things that we all like, and they're the one that decided to do this Inktober thing. They have a list in it. I'm just following their list. It's a really fun group. So let me show you what I've done for that group so far, and this is in order. We've all seen this. This was day 1 for them. Next, day 2 was this one, Bride of Frankenstein. Day 3, I drew the Mummy. And I'm just creating my own poses that I'm drawing. And these ones, they're about maybe 15 minutes each drawing. Here's this one from The Ring. Creepy, crawling out of the television. Next, we have Casper, the friendly ghost. Try to make this as bubbly and happy as I can. And next 4 is what I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to show you the process of how I work on the next 4. But let me give you a sneak peek. This is the first one that I'm going to be showing you in this video, how I drew this. Next one is this one, Chucky. The third one is Wednesday and Morticia. And the last one, we all know who this character is. You should comment down below if you know all the names of these characters. So, without further ado, let's watch me work on those last 4 images. Here we go. Okay, so I'll start off with a sketch card. These sketch cards, they're actually index cards. They're not trading card size. I had a bunch of index cards, and I thought, they're just sitting there. Might as well just draw on them. And this Facebook group, they're called NorCal Nerds and Geeks. And they're doing this Inktober thing where they call it Draw Monster Madness. And I thought it was kind of cool because they have a list of characters where, actually, it's not a list. They'll tell you what the characters are on midnight, so you know what to draw the next day. So I've been following that group, and every time they post the name of a character, I would just draw it for the day and then post it. So this one here is Annabelle from those Monster Madness. Annabelle, and then I'm just sketching out a pose I like in pencil, and then just inking it and putting in the details. I have to say that working on this project with all these monsters, it was kind of creepy. So I would, not look at the photo reference as much as I would need to, and then just draw it with a few glances of looking at the photo reference. So here I'm having Annabelle coming out of her case, and the glass is breaking and just flying all over the place, and then she's just reaching out to the viewer. Just a lot of shards of glass. Grab my ruler, draw the case in worm's eye view, looking up, give it some perspective. And then she's just going to reach out to the viewer and grab her, grab him or whatever. And then I'll start adding more glass, more shards of glass flying all over the place. And then on top, I wrote, warning, please do not open in any circumstances. Because in the movie, they had that image, that sign up there where you're not supposed to open that display case for this toy doll. After drawing everything in, I grab a brush and then I'm starting to make certain lines thicker. And after making certain lines thicker, I'll just dip the brush again and I'll start filling in some black areas. Just to make the cabinet display case that she's in more darker. Give it a little bit of shadow and darkness back there. Because her whole outfit is just white. And then adding some speed lines to make the burst look like it's, bursting. All the glass is flying towards you. And that's Annabelle. in a nut case, in a shell, in a display case. And then I'll add in a little bit gray tones area. This is just a regular ballpoint pen I'm using. And there it is. That's Annabelle. And erase it, and it's done. And I'm gonna move on to the next one. The next character is. Let's see what the next character there is. This character is Chucky. We all know who Chucky is. He's that little dog creature that's colorful, has all the rainbow colors. And I'm going to draw him where he's chasing someone and he's holding a knife and he's trying to reach for you. So one leg in the front, 1 foot in the back, holding the knife. And then right here, I'm just sketching out where the details of the face is, getting the position correct. And then I'm just inking this with a ballpoint pen. Unlike my other Inktober pieces where you see in my other videos where I'm using drawing tools, I'm just using a ballpoint pen for this one. And then if I need to have certain areas to be like a solid black, I'll use a brush to fill it in. But for the most part, I'm just inking this with a ballpoint pen. And it's not any special ballpoint pen, it's just any ballpoint pen. So I'm drawing it, inking it, drawing the details, looking at the reference of Chucky, where I was actually looking at a toy picture of a toy, but I'm just changing up the pose. And then drawing the scars on his face, putting some details on his pocket, some stitching over there. So a lot of times when I'm drawing, I'll look at a photo reference just to see how the costume looks or how the outfit looks, and then I'll draw it around the figure. And for the most part, it's just moving the images in my head and just drawing around the basic shapes, having all that. And here's some random colorful stuff. I'm adding a shadow on the knee area. And after that, I just decided to darken up some areas to make it pop out more. So there's blood on the knife and little specks of dust everywhere. And when that's done, you just erase it. And speed lines again to make it look like it's running after you. Like very excitedly running towards the viewer. And there's Chucky. Next one is Wednesday and Morticia from the Addams family. And the choice was you can either draw Wednesday or draw Morticia, or you can draw them both. So I thought, why not just draw them both together? And instead of it being scary like the last two images, let's make this one more of a tender moment. So I decided to draw the mom holding the little one and then kind of give them a tender moment where they're looking at each other. And then I'll just sketch the black of the figure, and then I'm using my pen and I'm just drawing in the face. I'm just going in there and then just drawing the details without adding any shadows yet, just to get the shape in, so I know what I'm going to be drawing in later. And for the Addams family, Wednesday and Morticia, they're both wearing black. So when I'm inking like a dark clothing, and then that overlaps another dark clothing, you have to be careful that the black doesn't cross with one another so it doesn't mesh. Because if you ink that all in black, everything is just going to be a big blob. So what I do is I'll leave a little white line on the top and the bottom of the outfits. I call that a halo. The halo, the white line, helps separate the two black areas. And then on the hair, I'll leave some white to give it some sheen, some reflective light on the top. And then the head, I didn't like originally for the way I penciled it. So with the ink brush, I'm just going in there and I made her head a little bit larger. So here I'm just filling in all the shadow areas in her black outfit, and then I'm leaving a white outline around the character. And then I'll do her bottom of the dress, and I'll leave some of the white lines to give it some folds there. And there they are. I thought this one turned out okay. I'm happy with how this one turned out. And then the next character after this one is Billy. He's the character that's on the tricycle riding around, and I decided to draw him riding the tricycle. Instead of it coming straight on directly to the viewer, I have it going in angle, so we can see more wheels. And in the movie, I don't believe the tricycle had tassels on the handlebars, but I decided to add the tassels on later. So I'm sketching out his face. To sketch out the tassels on the end of the handlebars. Sketching his face because I'm not familiar with this character, so I'm just drawing all the details in there with a technical pen, a sharper technical pen, to put all the details. I didn't like the pose earlier, and there it is. I'm adding the little tassels just to give it some movement, to give the drawing some movement, because without the tassel, it looks like he's just sitting there. And then I'll grab the same ballpoint pen and I'll just start inking it in, or just drawing it in, putting the details of the face. I thought the face was the most important in it, and to make sure the face matches the reference photo that I had that I found online. And then the tie, and then the suit he's wearing, his hair. He has a signature hair. Make sure it's puffy like that. And then going there and then just draw his outfit, his suit. And then I'll draw the pedals and the tricycle, and make sure he's one pedal is higher and the other pedal is lower, so he's pedaling. And then the back of the wheel. And then after I have the initial sketch, this character is in a black outfit, black hair. So I'm just going to grab a brush, dip it in the ink, and start filling in random areas. The hair, leave some highlight sheen on it. And then the outfit, again, I'll leave halos to help separate the black ink areas. And some of the bottom of his shirt, the pants, leave some of the folds there, the bottom of the shoe. And then also the bicycle tire, I'm going to make that black. And then the other bicycle tire, also make that black. So there's some contrast on that. And then later on, I'll also add some black on some of the tricycle, the metal parts of the tricycle. And he had some sparkly red shoes, so I decided to cross-hatch that. And then some spokes on the wheel. You have some speed lines, and then have some spinning lines and some dust. And there he is. That's Billy. And that's all that. Those are the 4 pieces that I've done. Hope you enjoy this video. Look at that. This is fun to work on. Very fast. 15 minutes each. Not too long. So there you have it. That's me working on these Inktober pieces. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is this one, Casper. And then in this video I showed you guys how to do this one, this one, this one, and this one. And this is me doing these Inktober pieces on top of these larger pieces that I'm working on. So you can look at my past videos to see these Inktober pieces. And this trading card is me just working on it for this Facebook group. Let me show you that Facebook group. It's NorCal Nerds and Geek right over here. So sign up for that group. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so anytime I upload a new video, you'll be one of the first to see it. For the whole month of October, I'm doing 1 video a day, and so far so good. I'm keeping up with 1 video a day or maybe more. And until next time, I hope you keep on drawing. Have a happy Inktober, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.